Hello people, Adventure Max here. Today I'm off to somewhere called Lebongan. It's an island just off Indonesia, and we're getting a Lebongan fast cruise boat here. It was 500,000 rupiah for a return ticket, which is, I can't remember what that is. I think it's about $20 for a return ticket. And the island, you can't see it behind me. It's about a 20-minute speedboat drive over. I'm going to go stay there for 2 nights, get some surfing, snorkeling, some scuba diving, and that sort of stuff. It'll be a bit of a nice break from what I had yesterday. So yesterday I was obviously in the rainforest, and that was brilliant. And so today it's a completely different change of pace. We had a 2-hour crazy drive down from the mountains here, breakneck speed, the roads here are a bit nuts, and now going to relax for the first time. So the first time I've actually set foot on a beach since I've been here, which is remarkable, seeing as I've been here 2 days in a beach paradise. And today's the first chance I've actually had to go for a paddle. I'm really looking forward to stepping foot on this beach, getting on a boat. No holiday to anywhere like this is, for me, it's complete without going on a boat. And if I don't go on a boat at least once, I always get a little bit disappointed. So I'm looking forward to going on this boat and see what's on the other side. So now I've arrived. I'm staying here in Mushroom Bay, and the place I'm staying in is Mushroom Bungalows, fairly typically named, obviously. And it's one of those places which you can't really judge too much by its cover on the sort of alleyway up to it. You think, oh, this place has got to be terrible, but then once you get here, it really is a beautiful place. There's a lot of traditional buildings here. It's got a couple of pools. It's really not what I expected when I initially approached, and it's right on the beach, as you can see behind me. I'm just sitting by the pool here, and the beach here is quite nice. It's got a small break over the reef. It's actually one of the safest surf breaks on the island, and it's pretty small though. It's a downside. It's breakly, and I think it's breaking about 2 foot in the moment maximum. I'm staying in the honeymoon suite for some reason, and it is a bedroom. It's a delightful little cabin. I mean, the area, as you see, is around us is actually fairly typical for a Indonesian small resort. If you ever find yourself in Lebongan, that's where I am now, then there's a few things to do here. The island can be comparable to another island called Gili T, except Gili T there's no cars, so it's got the same sort of vibe about it. This place is a bit more developed. It's got roads, it's got small little towns, and towns within the island, but the main things to do here are go swimming in the pool, scuba diving. They have sunfish and manta ray here. Now sunfish here, if you don't know what they are, they're giant fish like this, and here they're called mula mula. I've always wanted to see one, but unfortunately I'm just out of the wrong season. The season ends for mula mula in October, and so now it's November, no more. Apparently the temperature of the water is changed right now, so I had planned on going scuba diving tomorrow, but the scuba diving centre managed to unsell going scuba diving to me. So I went in and said, how much is scuba diving? What is there anything to see? He said, no. Is there a manta ray? No manta ray. Is there any sunfish? No manta ray. Sunfish. Is there any big fish? No big sunfish. How about the water? Oh, it's terrible. So at which point I gave up. When you're trying to actually give the guy money to take you, it's worst salesman ever. But on the plus side, it honestly means that if I went to another paddy centre and they would tell me it's the best ever diving, and I get out there and find it isn't. This is because this time of year it's quite simple. He was quite explanatory, which was nice. Because the currents are changing as the cold water mixes with the hot water, and so it just makes it very cloudy. So the visibility drops to 3 or 4 meters. Even though the snorkeling's still excellent because it's in a different type of water, different depth. So you still go snorkeling here, so the snorkeling's very good. The surfing's from what I can see here, okay. I'm not on the best break. If you go around the corner, it's a lot better break. Surfing, snorkeling, a lot of kayaking, and just general booze cruise type trips. It's your typical island, you know. There's only so many activities you can do on an island, and they're all pretty much same. I haven't seen anything on the interior. I don't know if there's walking or hiking or anything like that. But if you want to do hiking, walk up and down the beach is my advice. Don't go for a hike in the interior. It's just too hot. You get sunburned and lost. Stick to the beach where there's plenty of beer, food, and pretty things to look at. Just been for quite an epic surf. I say epic because I'm a bit rubbish, so anything that actually gets stand up is actually epic in my opinion. The waves were about 4 or 5 foot and pretty clean, which for me is pretty big, especially considering it was on a reef. Now, a reef is obviously, for those who don't know, it's a coral-based formation underneath the waves. So you get sand normally on a lot of beaches, but this is where the coral is quite low under the surface, and that's what forms the waves. Now it's quite shallow, about 5-6 foot, if that. In places maybe only 4. Now this is the first time I've surfed a reef, so naturally I was quite apprehensive because when you get pushed under a wave, you can just hit the reef and it can hurt quite a lot. You know, cut your foot, hit your head. Naturally, me being master of disasters, I hit my foot and I've now got a cut foot. But don't worry, nothing too major. It's just a minor cut. Now I'm deliberating whether we go for a beer, or I go for some food, or I go for a swim. First, I'm either tempted more by an ice cream or a beer, or both. Maybe both. Yeah, Adventure Max says have both. So I spent 2 nights here in Mushroom Bay Villa Resort, and it's been okay. I didn't show you around as I was going to because I wanted to get a feel for the place. And it's one of those places that you stay for a couple of nights, and it is lovely. You couldn't get a better location, but if I were to recommend anywhere, I'd probably recommend next door, and that's the High Tide Resort Hotel. It's just much more together. It's run by the manager's an American, and so they actually have customer service in mind, whereas anything unfortunately run by Indonesians tends to be customer service second, and that's about it. It's just everything comes second. The High Tide, the food is excellent, whereas here the food is terrible. I was actually in the honeymoon suite, which is hilarious in itself. While I was in the honeymoon suite, they said they were full, and then there's no one in the place. The place is absolutely empty. They put you in the honeymoon suite, which you would think or hope would be the best room in the place. The bath was broken, the sink was broken, the shower was broken, the air conditioning didn't work, the doors didn't lock or shut. So that gives you some idea of sort of how they treat the place. But if I'd come here for a honeymoon, I'd have been devastated. The fact that I've seemed to, what I thought was on initial sight is lovely, but then if you dig deeper into these sort of places, you often find a little bit wrong. So that's all we've got time for today. If you would like to be subscribed, that'd be great. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed watching, and look out for the next one. Till next time, bye!